Right now, inside your body, there's a microscopic battle happening. Cancer cells are growing, mutating, trying to hide. And standing between you and them is a single type of cell. It's called the T cell, and it might be the most important cell in your entire immune system. What is a T cell? Think of your immune system like an army. You've got soldiers, scouts, generals, all working together to protect you. T cells are the special forces. They don't just fight anything. They're trained to hunt down specific targets. Here's how it works. Every cell in your body has a little flag on its surface, a signal that says, "I belong here, I'm normal." When a cell turns cancerous, that flag changes. It starts displaying weird signals, almost like a costume that doesn't quite fit. A T cell spots that. It rolls up, checks the signal, and if something's wrong, it kills that cell. Clean, efficient, no mercy. That's why you don't get cancer every day, even though your cells are mutating constantly. Your T cells are catching those errors before they become a problem. So why do people still get cancer? Here's where it gets dark and fascinating. Cancer is sneaky. Over time, cancer cells evolve. They find ways to trick the T cell. One of the cleverest tricks? A signal called PD-L1. Cancer cells put up a little flag that basically says, "Hey, I'm fine, don't kill me, stand down." And the T cell listens. There's actually a lock on T cells called PD-1. When cancer's key, PD-L1, plugs into that lock, the T cell goes quiet. It stops attacking. Scientists call this immune checkpoint. It's like the cancer found the off switch for your immune system. The T cell is still there. It's not destroyed. It's just exhausted, suppressed, fooled. This is why some cancers grow uncontrolled even in healthy people with fully functioning immune systems. The cancer isn't overpowering the T cell, it's manipulating it. The breakthrough, immunotherapy. In 2018, two scientists, James Allison and Tasuku Honjo, won the Nobel Prize in Medicine for figuring out how to fix this. Their idea was simple but revolutionary. What if we could block the off switch? If cancer uses PD-L1 to silence T cells, what if we gave the T cell a shield so that signal couldn't get through? That's exactly what checkpoint inhibitor drugs do. Drugs like Keytruda or Opdivo are essentially bodyguards for T cells. They block the lock so cancer can't turn the T cell off. The result? T cells wake back up. They start recognizing the cancer again, and they attack. For some patients, especially with melanoma, lung cancer, and others, this has been life-changing. People who were given months to live went into remission. Some have been cancer-free for over a decade. It doesn't work for everyone, but for those it does work for, it looks less like chemo and more like a miracle. The future, teaching T cells to be even better. Scientists didn't stop there. They asked, what if we could program T cells from scratch? That's the idea behind CAR T cell therapy, one of the most exciting treatments in modern medicine. Here's the basic idea. Doctors take T cells out of a patient's blood. In a lab, they rewrite the T cell's instructions, giving it a new targeting system, like upgrading its GPS to lock on to a very specific cancer cell. Then they put those supercharged T cells back into the patient's body. Those cells multiply, they hunt, and they can wipe out cancers that nothing else could touch. CAR T has already cured some patients with leukemia and lymphoma who had no other options left. The catch is it's expensive, complex, and can sometimes cause the immune system to overreact. Scientists are working on making it safer and available to more people. So the next time you hear someone say their immune system is fighting cancer, now you know exactly what that means. It's a T cell, tiny, tireless, scanning every cell it passes, looking for that wrong flag, ready to act. Cancer's greatest weapon isn't aggression, it's deception. And the greatest medical breakthroughs of our time have come from simply helping T cells see through the lie. We are still early in this story, but for the first time in human history, we're learning to speak the language of the immune system and use it as medicine. The cell that decides if you live or die from cancer might just be the most powerful thing in your body. You just had to learn how to set it free.